Friends, welcome back to Liz's Reading Corner, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Liz and I like books, and today I am essentially doing like an announcement video. I am going to attempt to do 31 books in 31 days, which is huge, and I have chosen 31 books, so the 31 books that I am going to try and read throughout October, and I feel a little bit like a crazy person right now because some of them are ridiculous, and I wanted to do it. So even though this is my first time doing a however many books in however many days challenge, I didn't want to make it too easy. So I do have a mix of novels and graphic novels and manga. And I do have some backups just in case I have to take some back to the library. I'm pretty sure most of these I don't have to take back until November. So fingers crossed that works and I'll still have them for in the end. But I also have some arcs that I can add in if I really am like struggling in DNFing books, because I will still continue to DNF books regardless because I'm not wasting time on books that I don't like. So I do have 31 books that I've chosen. I do have backup books just in case I end up DNFing any of these books. Some of them are ridiculously chunky, and I have done this deliberately to make it a challenge because, like I said, I don't want it to be too easy for me to get through. So I guess I'll just get into the books that I've chosen. Oh, this is terrifying. I might start with graphic novels first. So I'm going to start by going through the graphic novels and the manga that I've chosen for this challenge. I'm not going to go into any great detail about what any of these books are about because otherwise this video will take way too long. But I will, when I end up doing the reading vlogs for them, I will go into detail about what they are about then. So we have I'm the Grim Reaper, book 2 by Graveweaver. That's very shiny, I'm sorry. The Nice House by the Sea, volume 1 by James Tinian IV, Alvaro Martinez Bueno, and Jordi Belair, I'm assuming. That's all the names across the top. Canary by Snyder Penosian? I'm not sure. I will find out, I guess, as I read them. A Guest in the House by Emily Carroll. And Seance in the Asylum by Clay McLeod Chapman, which I didn't realize he has any graphic novels, and that was a really cool find for that one. Then I have, just trying to get organized, then I have the books that I own. So I'm going to try reading Lyriel by Garth Nix. That's book 2 in the Old Kingdom series. Artemis Fowl and the Arctic Incident by Ian Colfer. So that's book 2 in the Artemis Fowl series. Next, we have one of my all-time favorite books from when I was a child, Playing Beady Bow by Ruth Park. This is one of my all-time favorite books. This is one of my comfort reads. This is one of the books that I read when I am struggling with not being able to read anything and I'm in a book slump. This and Island of the Blue Dolphins, which I was considering putting in, but then it felt like making it too easy, if that makes sense, because they're both really quite short books. My son wanted me to put this one in, so this is the book that he chose for this challenge. The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. Make sure I got the name right. And Tideborn by Eliza Chan, which is the second book in the, I think it's the Fathom Folk series. And then we have the library books that I have, which is a lot. It feels like a lot. Most of these are library books. I have Orpheus 9 by Chris Flynn. The Dark Library by Mary Anna Evans. The Witch Who Trades with Death by C.M. Alongi. Woodworm by Layla Martinez. Idle Grounds by Christelle Bamford, my apologies. Christelle Bamford. Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. One of the booktubers that I watch really likes Catherine Arden, so I thought I should use this as an opportunity to actually give her books a go. Hopefully Oh, it is. I was gonna say, hopefully this is not like the second or third one in a series, because we're gonna be in trouble, but it's the first of a series. Palace of Shadows by Ray Celestin. Mask of Flies by Matthew Lyons. Because it's October, I tried to make these also as Halloween-y as possible, because I thought that would be very fitting. Beholder by Ryan Lasala. I know this is going to be probably amusing to a lot of people, given that I am Australian and I live in Australia. I hate spiders. Hate spiders so much. Spiders are not for me. What Hunger by Catherine Dang. The Sacrifice by Rin Chapeko. I've wanted to read this one for a little while, actually, and I'm really excited to be actually reading this one. Hopefully reading this one. Hopefully not DNFing this one. Touch wood. No DNFs. Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo's books have been really hit or miss for me, so we'll see how this one goes. I've, I think, DNF'd quite a few of their books from memory, so we'll have to see how this one goes. William by Mason Cole. This is another book I've wanted to read for a really long time because it looks amazing, so I'm very excited to read this one. Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. The Dark We Know by Wen E. Lee. Something I Keep Upstairs by J.D. Barker. I don't know if I've read any of their works or not, but their name feels familiar, so I don't know if it's because I've just seen a lot of their my son just running. I have seen a lot of like their books around. I just can't remember if I've read any. Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, which is apparently now a Netflix movie, but I've never seen it on Netflix. I don't know, we'll see. This one is No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai. I have to check inside for that because that is... Yes, so it's by Osamu Dazai and it is translated by Donald Keene. Carrying on with the series I'm in the middle of, Hannibal by Thomas Harris. This is book 3, I think it is, in the Hannibal Lecter series. All's Well by Muna Awad. And the absolute chonkiest, and the first book that I'm going to be attempting to read through, which I'm very excited about, is Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. This is wild. This is a library book, so this is actually a library book, but they got a special edition and that is so pretty. I absolutely love, and I really, really want, even though I'm not sure how I feel about this book yet, I really, 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 really want this book because that sprayed edge is phenomenal. I also have a whole bunch of ebooks on my Kindle from like Amazon that I haven't even looked at for this, but I really do need to start actually reading through my Kindle library because that is getting out of control and I have more books on there than I have actually read. I'm pretty sure I've only read like maybe a handful of them and I have a few hundred books, which is insane. So that might be a new series for YouTube. I'm also going to be starting the horror bingo by Wicked Reading. I'll do a whole separate video for that, but some of these books will actually work really well for a lot of those, or for some of those prompts. So that was a really good coincidence, a really happy coincidence that I decided to do this challenge and then also pick up the horror bingo, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I'll be doing another video that for that I'll release in the next few days as well. So those are the books I've chosen, the physical books that I've chosen. Have you read any of them, or have any of them caught your eye? If you have, I would love to hear about them. I would love to hear your opinions on these books. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking by and getting to the end of the video with me. I know it's not a like horrifically exciting video, it's just me telling you what I plan to read, but I hope you'll stick around for the challenge and for the videos for the challenge and see how I go. Fingers crossed it works. I am a little bit concerned about getting Alchemized finished, but we'll see how we go. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.